Namaskar, respected director sir, my dear participants, myself Rekh Sharma, librarian Kalimpong College, roll number 36 of this refresher course. Uh, Today I am going to present my micro teaching here. So for doing micro teaching, so I have made a lesson plan for this one. Which and this was my lesson plan. So, so for today, micro teaching, I have taken a topic introduction to library classification. So before going to start this topic, so first of all, I would like to recapitulate our previous class, whatever we have studied in our previous class. So, dear students, in our previous lesson, we have studied different types of material in the library. There we have studied about printed and non-printed materials. In non-printed, mostly or digitized materials. So, printed materials, book, journal, magazine, newspaper, as we all know, in our previous class we have studied this one. And in non-printed materials, the digital material is e-documents, audio, video, etc. So this study we have done in our previous class regarding what are the documents. Now, if we have these documents and unless and until we will not organize this document, organize means to place that one in a proper order. Okay, so we do not do that one. So if we have those things also, but it will lose its identity, it will lose its importance. So for that also we need classification. Though it is very difficult to understand at first class that is what is classification. That's why please read in introduction carefully. All the materials of library, so whatever either it is print or digital, all the materials of library is for use. So unless and until we do not use, because it is made for use, we have to use it, but there is no fixed sequence of use of this material. Any book or other material can be demanded by any user at any time. So most of the cases what we will find, that is there are many users who are in need of particular book in thousands of books. So that time, if that is not organized, so we will not provide that book to the user. Therefore, libraries need a system. It means we need system of arranging of collection so that it can be located and used whenever needed. It means when we need, we have to use. But if you know where is that book or document is located, then we will find that is it will be very helpful for them, and it is, of course, it has its value for use. So libraries have evolved system of classification. For this, library has a system of arranging, organizing this document. We call it as a library classification for arrangement of books and other material. So when we see that is library classification, so classification is a process. Classification is a process by all human beings. So library classification, and in general case also we can have a classification. So let's forget now library classification. Just visualize yourself when you go to the market, mandis, okay, sabji market, etc. There you will find that is there are many shopkeepers who are selling vegetables, okay. But have you ever seen that is they are putting tomato and potato and onions in the same basket? No, you will not find that. What you will see, they will keep tomato at one place, they will keep potato at one place, they will keep onion at one place. At the same time, what they will do, they will refine again. They will keep good tomatoes at one side, little bit fragile in another side. Similarly, the potatoes and the onions. Why? Because they charge more for good, they charge less for which is becoming fragile, or it is very becoming a rotten type something. So in this case what we will find that is they are segregating, they are arranging their vegetables so that the buyers should get what they want. Isn't it? Similarly, when your mother or we ourselves also sometimes go in kitchen, we cook food. Okay, so during while cooking food, you need many recipes. Suppose recipes like you need oil, you need this turmeric, you need many things, isn't it? So that time, what our mother used to do, or we also used to do, so because we have to do it daily, so we will keep that oil in one place, turmeric at one place, ginger at one, so that while cooking, it needs to be found very easy. Okay, if you will find that recipes easily, then what will happen? You can cook fast, you can cook it better way, and you can save the time also. So arranging the thing, it means you can save the time. Okay. So in general sense also, actually in general sense also what we will find, in general everyday life we are involved in a classification. Okay, we are involved in a classification, and in library also same kind of thing, but with a particular process and a system we have to do it. Okay, so that's why we need library also need classification. So like our everyday life, you can see need for classification in libraries. Like our everyday life, library has thousands of even lakhs of documents. There are enormous documents which include not only book but journals, magazines, pamphlets, maps, CDs like e-documents, and many other documents. Okay, so it needs to be arranged. So unless and until we will not organize or arrange it properly, we will not find the needed information in time, and we have to provide this information also. So that time what we need a system that is called classification, and when it is implied to the library, it is called library classification. Okay, then how we can arrange the book or document in a library? See, previously when there was no system or process to arrange the books, that time what used to happen? People used to arrange this book in a, that is in the color, size, or when it arrived first, they used to. So it is not logical, but previously there was no system of arrangement of books. So that time what used to happen? That when it was arrived, so like this way, and arrival means according to accession number. Okay, so sometimes what number one, number two, up to if you have 1,000 book, then 1 to 1,000 they used to arrange. But what will happen there is, suppose in 1 to 10, suppose commerce book is there, okay, 10 to 20, suppose again science book. Similarly again in 110 commerce book. So then in serial, so you will not organize the book, but it can arrange somehow, but you cannot actually organize. Okay, user will get confused, even you also will confused. Similarly, the color is color of a, that is book, outer book. Previously we used to, but that is also not logical. Size of the book, so small book and big book. Previously it used to be. So when in our own house we used to arrange like this, like in according to size, or maybe according to this year of publication, etc. But mainly this is only for our local or administration, or maybe for our own purpose. But library classification should be in a logical manner. Okay, library classification should be in a logical manner. For this, we need a system. Okay, so let me ask you within this interval, that is just I have what I have said, you have to say it in a true or false manner. Suppose arranging the library material by accession number in one order is not helpful in searching of book. Is it correct? Of course. Okay. So if we will arrange the book in a that is accession number, it will not be helpful. Though it is some kind of arrangement, but it will not be very helpful as per the demand of the subject or maybe the user. So that's why we need library classification. Library classification. So every library has thousands of books that need to be arranged according to the subjects. But subjects of different books are different. So a need was felt to have a scheme which can arrange all these subjects according to their likeness. According to their likeness means botany should be at one place, commerce should be one place. Okay. The similar subjects can be placed nearer any subjects only marginally related can be kept thereafter, and such subjects which are not at all related can be kept at different locations. We can have a science section, humanities section, or arts section, or maybe commerce section, management. This can get. Suppose if you are arranging the book of political science, aside of that one you can have a sociology book or maybe political. That will be help, but there should be a systematic arrangement of their own. Okay. So this is what we call in a library classification. What we do in the library classification, the library classification is schemes. Now this new term you are saying is scheme. Okay. So though of course we are adopting a system. Suppose like India, a country, a democratic country, it's a system. Within this democratic country, what rules? Constitution. Similarly, we, a librarian or library, we have a system. And this system, like constitution, we have on the which rule we have to follow. Similarly, we have a classification scheme. Okay, with the help of this classification scheme, classifying a book, or in other words, help in identifying the exact position of a subject among thousands of subjects. Okay, for this we will understand only this thing, that is, we have a system of classification. And to have a better classification system, we need library classification scheme. Find a book according to use. Okay, possible book we have to find. So what are the purposes of library classification? There are many purposes of a library classification. So we will read 1 or 2, 3. Later you can study, and I'll ask you in the next class. Suppose see, number 1, arrange all the books and other documents of a library in a systematic order. It means it should follow a system, and the order must be systematic. Similarly, bringing together all books of the same subject. It should not be scattered, but it should be one subject should have one particular place, so that a user does not have to go at different places for their or his or her subject. Keep books of related subjects nearby. Okay, we have already talked about this one. Then find a particular book of a subject on the shelf as I call distinguish. So call, this is we have a system of this one. I'll tell you this one what is called, etc. So these are the purpose of library classification. So then we have to understand what is notation. Okay. So just now I have shown you in my previous in number 4, that is call. Okay. So when we assign something in particular book according to systematic, it is called call number. That call number, whenever we write that call number in a, that is number or maybe sometime word, that is called notation. Like while actually learning guitars, etc., we used to have a notation, etc. Similarly, some kind of symbol, something character we assign to the book, that is called notation. That notation, when it is according to the subject or particular system or a classification scheme, that is called call number also. But call number involves many other things. I will tell you later on. So first we will understand notation. Notation is the different artificial numbers or letters used to represent subjects in a classification scheme are collectively known as a notation. Similarly, we have a call number. Okay. So after finishing this class, I'll take you in library so that you can have a better approach directly, so that in next class we can have a good actually what we can say conversation with ourselves, discussion. Again I will actually tell you about all this thing, but first thing, have this thing only, that is notation. In a library we need, there is a certain call number. This call number actually is a number of class number which we derive from notation. Then we have to assign book number, and when we have to give collection number, that time we call it as a call number. Okay. So class number we will derive it from a specific classification scheme. Okay. Book number, there are many methods of book number, maybe Ramanathan or maybe other thing we sometimes title or author book initials we also used to take. Like collection number, if it is a book of reading room, if it is a reference room, or maybe it is of archive. So we have to assign certain number, like notation is also number.